Hello everybody and welcome to Uprising 144K. I'm Hydrogen Man. Before I begin, everything stated in this video are the opinions of the speaker and should not be construed as claims for or against any product or products. And I'm not giving you guys any medical advice, okay? So beyond that, there's something very interesting that I've discovered through this whole process, both from my own personal testimonials to other people and people that I personally know. And I just think the world should know about this. This is fascinating. How to prevent damage from the sun, or how to enhance the benefits that the sun can ultimately give us. I don't think, a lot of people are very skeptical about such things, but people don't understand that the sun can really be very damaging to us. I think we all know this when it burns our skin. It can be very, very painful. I started noticing something very odd, and of course spoke to other people that I personally know who started having the same experience, and I thought it was very odd. We weren't getting burned by the sun. We were literally spending time out in the sun. And if I spend enough time out in the sun, yes, I will get burned. There were people who were not getting burned, including myself, when I know that I should have gotten burned, because in the past, I know my limits and I know how much time it takes before I get burnt. And I couldn't understand why. And then I was speaking to somebody who's been using hydrogen actually for a very long time, somebody that I personally know. I'm not going to name names. But what he was telling me was like the same thing started happening to him, but he didn't even notice. He had been so much time out in the sun, and then it kind of dawned on him. And I told him a little bit of my experience. And he said, I didn't even realize I have not been burning. We're talking without sunscreen. This is insane. Our skin is a living organ. It's actually the biggest organ of the human body. And now what I'm realizing is the majority of things that we use for health are actually oxidizing, like red light therapy, ozone therapy, oxygen therapy. Everything's actually oxidizing. You need something to offset a lot of these quote unquote health modalities. And I'm basically coming to realize that this is on a whole other level, guys. When people look into the sun, which I don't personally condone, I don't think it's the best thing in the world, and we know that the sun damages the eyes. If you've ever talked to an eye expert and the things that it causes to the eyes, including cataracts, that eventually apparently happens to just about everybody. I think there's too much oxidation. I think that there's a way, this is my own personal opinion, but I've seen it. The sun can give us benefit. That which doesn't break you makes you stronger, but you need something to keep you healthy enough to not break. Hydrogen, there's a lot of things. You want nutrients and all sorts of stuff, but hydrogen is it's a super key component in my opinion. And I'm realizing that the power of the sun, which can ultimately be extremely good for health, but if it over oxidizes or is burning you or causing damage to your eyes, these are not good things. In my opinion, based on what I've seen as far as how protective hydrogen is, watch video number 8, watch video number 68. The videos that I have in regards to this, that have brought me to this conclusion. If you use hydrogen correctly, by the way, I've known a lot of people who are using it incorrectly. I'm not a big fan of hydrogen pills. I think those things are absolutely horrible, but they're not the worst. They're almost the worst, but the worst is brown gas with chemicals, things like lye or sodium hydroxide. Hydrogen is a gas. I don't think people understand how important it is for a gas to have the highest purity. Think of your air. The air you're breathing is actually a gas, okay? And there's 21% oxygen in the atmosphere. We all know that we want clean air. In fact, I've noticed a pattern between the cleanest air in the world and people who live the longest. Gas is so important, even potentially more important than clean water, which is totally insane to even think of that. But clean water and clean air are essential. That's why I show you guys how to clean the water. If you want to know how I clean it, website called mypurewater.com, carbon distillation, or watch my video 388. All these things are extremely important, but ultimately my testimonial and what I would personally do to get the most benefit from the sun is use hydrogen regularly. Not just one day, not just 2 days. You need to have a specific protocol, just like clean water. You don't just use clean water for a day, you use it every day. Same thing with your diet, the food that you're eating. All these things are important. And I just wanted to share with you guys this information because I think it's so next level in regards to health. So thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel by giving the video a thumbs up, subscribing. It helps the algorithm. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time on the next one.